Well, I know I'm not a winner, and I'll probably never be, but I don't want to live my whole life living in urban poverty. So I'll stand in the welfare line and I'll eat in the soup kitchen. If I never get a job, I'll have to live creatively. If I want to see the most beautiful art, and I'll shake that artist's hand and ask him how he got his start. And it's Mr. Picasso. Well, what does it mean? Is the beauty that it's simple or too complex to see for me? And I will master this craft, or I will starve, and I'll never taste the sweetest wine, say how great they are. And I will find the canvas and then put my brushes down, and I'll pay that gallery their expensive competition fee, and everyone will see the most beautiful art, and they'll shake my artist hands and ask him how much do they start. And it's Mr. Picasso. Well, what does it mean? Is the beauty that it's simple or too complex to see for me? Oh, la da da da. Oh, oh, la da da da. Oh. They'll meet a child who draws chalk on the sidewalk, never puts a hat out, says all art should be free. Meet a hippie singer with torn jeans and broke guitar, and he'll say, pay what you can, man, I don't want to starve. And try and see the most beautiful art was made by starving artist hands who never waited for a break to start. Thanks so much. That song's called Starving Artist Song. Playing some hits from my album called To Create, released in 2012. And, well, this is my top 40 country hit from that album. Little introspective tune about the life of a giggling musician, called Tonight I Sing for the Drunks. Tonight I sing for the drunks at a drop dead, lose your head dive of a bar. They pay me $14 in glass of beer, but I feel just like a star, 'cause they know all the words to Haggard and Cash. When I play Hank Williams, they slap me on the back, say when I was your age I was on a hockey team, we drink in the dressing room and go downtown, watch the girls dance for $50. Beer is 5 cents, so we stay for hours, and I still drink, but it doesn't feel great. Oh, and I can't skate like I used to. So I finish my glass and I go on back to the microphone. I pick up my guitar and I play Ring of Fire so they don't feel alone. Oh, and if they stayed at home, well, this pub would be empty and then I'd be out of work. So tonight I sing for the uppies uptown. When I play Seeger, they all frown. Guess there's no room for freedom songs in this privileged part of town. Oh, and I don't know top 40 well, unless you're over 50. So thank God everyone loves Lennon and McCartney, 'cause tonight I'm singing for the drunks at the rich and nonsense Ritz of a bar. They pay me $200 in glass of wine. I've only had one so far. They won't sing along, so I pretend to play some jazz. And they all nod and look relaxed. Bluebird, won't you come by my window? Bluebird, won't you come by my window? Bluebird, won't you teach me to fly? Bluebird, try. Bluebird, bluebird. Well, don't be blue, bluebird. Don't you be blue, oh, bluebird. Don't you cry, bluebird. My oh my bluebird, it's you I fancy for romance, so it's you I protest. Give my love a chance, bluebird, bluebird. Well, haven't you heard, bluebird? Haven't you heard, oh, bluebird, that we can sing all your blues away, bluebird. It's you I fancy for romance, so it's you I protest. Give my love a chance, oh, stay a blue jay, oh, stay blue jay. Bluebird. Aw, thanks for listening, friends, joining me on this little sound adventure. Really appreciate that. These songs are from my album To Create, and that one was called Bluebird, obviously the name of it, and it's been a favorite song of mine to perform. I wrote that song while I was working at the Rain Tree Cafe in Uptown Waterloo. I was like making salads and stuff like that at the restaurant, and I worked very closely with the owners, basically, who didn't. They just kind of were pretty hard on me sometimes. They'd like make a salad exactly like they showed me, and then they'd come and change it a little bit every time almost. It was like kind of micromanaging. But I would get through by writing songs in my head. So I wrote that whole song in my head while I was at work, and then I like went home. And this is like before I had a cell phone even with like a recording function or whatever. So I just walked home and I sang it the whole way. And then when I got home, I figured out the chords, and I was like, wow, this is like the most complicated chord progression I've probably ever written at that time. And yeah, it turned out to be a big fan fave, friend fave. I don't really consider myself having fans, but I do have a lot of friends who like my music a little bit, or a lot. Anyway, this next song, this has been a lot of fun working on these little videos, and I'm gonna do a couple more for Where Fools Gather, and You Can't Just Assume, Everyone Wants to Have Sex With You, my other 2 albums, and maybe one for Happy Go Lucky, not sure. And then I'll work on the ones for Light Heart as kind of a build up to release it. And this song is called The Royal Mint. I wrote it on my first tour of Western Canada in Winnipeg at the Royal Mint, and it's basically a true story that goes like this. When I find a wishing well, I'll throw it all of my money. I hope for a steady paycheck or a few less bills to pay. And I will close my eyes and pray to God to do away with all of the banks, or finally reveal true wealth to all as something you could never save, and spend your life. Oh, spend your life riches and fame I have none. Just like my name, they'll all be forgotten with the last amen. A broken song, hallelujah. Now the weight of my debts burdens my soul like a deadly sin. I've lost control. With tears in my eyes at the Royal Mint, oh, I wait on the bench, but I don't go in.